Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning. Welcome back to Naram Promotions, The Real Deal podcast show. It's a somber night tonight. It is one of those nights where some of us can't sleep. I'm here with you. I know in most places the communication is down, and in other places it's choppy, and in other places the electricity is going down, it's coming in and out as Hurricane Melissa approaches the island. The turn has been made. It is now imminent. I say, pray when you're going out, pray when you're coming in. But always remember, God is in control. Ladies and gentlemen, there's not much I can tell you now in terms of preparation because that should have happened already. And for those who are still recovering from the last storm, sometimes you question yourself, why now? Why me, Lord? But don't lose your faith. Everything happens for a reason. As the storm approaches, hunker down. It's going to be a very, very bad storm. I wish I had better news for you. Or I could tell you something of a better news. But this is a historic event that the Caribbean has never seen before. It's historic, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be catastrophic. Those of you who are wondering, why is this happening now? I say, keep your faith strong in Jesus Christ. Some of you have little or nothing to put down to survive this, but you will survive. I guarantee you that. In the past couple of podcasts, I was a little hard on the Prime Minister of Jamaica, said he was laughing or smiling when he was addressing the nation. I think that's a coping mechanism for him because his job has become immensely difficult when he's looking at a country, his own people that he's leading, and he can't do nothing to stop the catastrophe that is about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not time to have enemies. This is time to unite as one people, one nation under God. You have to now consider that you have to help your brother and your sister and your friends and your enemies because all of you are in this together. I'm here in the United States and I'm praying for each and every one of you. It brings tears to my eyes to see what's coming. I've been through storms before, Hurricane Gilbert and many others. I was there in Florida when Florida was leveled, and I see the difficulties of recovering. Many of you have gone through recent storms and have lost everything, and now the little that you've gathered is about to go. There's no easy way to tell you that the dangers that lie ahead are real. In the coming weeks, it will become more difficult. In the coming months, recovery is going to be extremely hard. but together you can fight this. You are a nation of kings and queens, and you can recover. The important thing right now is to survive what is coming. And you got to help those who cannot help themselves. It will be a historic event that many have never seen before, but your resilience and your faith in Jesus Christ will help you. Everything happens for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. So right now I want to begin with the Lord's Prayer before I get into the rest of this program. And let's start. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I pray for each and every one of you on the island as you begin to see the first winds and rains. But the worst is yet to come. Strengthen your faith in Jesus Christ and prepare for the worst, but together you can achieve the best. So, at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, the storm, Hurricane Melissa, is strengthening more and more as it approaches the island. It has made its turn and is now imminent. That the dangers, the flooding, the landslides, the destruction is imminent. Protect yourselves and protect your neighbors, your friends, and your family. If you have not been able to leave the lower ground, especially those flood-prone areas, if you have not been able to get into a building that is strong, have a contingency plan. Secure your documents, secure your supplies to help you to survive this imminent threat, and be vigilant. Look out for your neighbors, but don't put yourself in danger. It is going to get real bad real soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring you some of the latest meteorological reports. So let's go. Here we go.
It is Sunday night, October 26, 2025, watching powerful Hurricane Melissa. It's almost a Category 5 hurricane right now, giving you the very latest on it. Winds are at 145 miles per hour. 157 miles per hour. That makes it a Category 5 hurricane. So it's a Category 4 right now. It is moving to the west very slowly at 5 miles per hour. It's going to continue to the west for at least the next several hours, very slowly to the west at 5 miles per hour or 7 kilometers an hour. Then it will start to make its turn up toward Jamaica, and a little bit more of a shift. Again, there's going to be subtle changes in this, right? The last couple days, it could have been anywhere from East Jamaica to West Jamaica. I'm looking at this a little bit more toward the west now, just because of that due westerly route, which overall is a bad thing because we talked about it days ago. On this track, it just sits over water, and that's why it's able to blossom into that Category 4 to Category 5. It is about 185 kilometers south-southwest of Kingston, or 115 miles south-southwest of Kingston. Now is the time, of course, it is getting into overnight. We want to be where we need to be for this storm. It's going to be a slow go. Still tomorrow morning, some of us in our northern zones won't have a ton of action, right? I mentioned the long duration with this, really, especially as we work into late tomorrow. That rain is going to really spread in even more so. We'll get the significant flooding, and then tomorrow night is the worst weather. Sunset tomorrow night into sunset tomorrow into tomorrow night, and early on Tuesday, and much of the day on Tuesday, those hurricane conditions. That's what we're going to be seeing with this. So again, all on track, a little bit more to the west, though. That's what I'm seeing. I don't just rely on the models. Bit more to the west. Looking down the road too, by the time we get into Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, crossing extreme eastern Cuba with hurricane conditions, and then working its way toward the southeastern Bahamas, back toward the Turks and Caicos. We're taking some of those precautions, especially Crooked Island in south. And meanwhile, as all of this is here, we continue to pump in the rain back toward Haiti, even gustier winds for parts of tonight and then into tomorrow, especially as this makes its turn. So showing you the winds in this, again, the winds are going to eventually be howling tomorrow night. I mentioned letting the kids know about that too, especially for tomorrow night. Now, this is working our way into 9 o'clock in the morning. By the time we hit 5 o'clock tomorrow, you can see on Monday, this is when those true hurricane conditions arrive along the southern coast, the center here. Category 4, Category 5 winds moving in, and you see it's a little bit more to the west, but all of us get the hurricane conditions at some point as we work forward. This is very early on Wednesday. Looks like that landfall 4, 5, 6 in the morning here near Treasure Beach. That would be intense weather. I have upped the winds in Montego Bay. I want to show you that. Higher winds. I've adjusted things. I've dropped them a little bit in our western zones and spots, but look at this. By the time we get into Tuesday, still the hurricane conditions brushing our northeastern coast of Jamaica. So you could take this map, and then eventually later on Tuesday, it gets out of here by Tuesday night. So you could take this, kind of go back on YouTube, pause it if you need to see kind of the scale of the winds. But you could see how large of a system this is, right? All of us are getting the hurricane conditions out of this in those very major hurricane impacts, especially where the eye of this comes on shore. By the time we get into Tuesday night, again, this will be moving away, always looking for an end in sight. So for tonight, we've had some tropical storm conditions already in some of the bands of rain. Some of us have lost cell service. Some of us have already lost power. Looking at some gust or sustained winds, 50 to about 60, swinging right along our coastline. That's what we'll be on the lookout for, southern coastline, as we go into tonight. Again, it's still hanging out to the south, right? It's still to the south, even as we work our way into much of the day tomorrow, and then it will start to take the turn and start to lift up. So late in the day, we'll have the winds around 80 miles per hour. So really, again, tomorrow morning, you really need to be where you need to be in place for the duration of this, because conditions just continue to go downhill. The flooding will be very intense throughout the day. I mentioned the kids as we work right into tomorrow night. It gets scary, so it's always a good idea to kind of give them the heads up on some of the sounds. And with that, tonight is a good night to try to get some sleep. I suggest that. Just if you can, just kind of turn everything off and just get some rest, because tomorrow night is going to be such a long night. So again, my biggest advice in the short term, aside from all the preps we've been doing, and you can see more of that in the prior videos, I don't want to repeat myself too much, is to get some rest tonight because by the time we get into tomorrow night and Tuesday morning, this is what we're looking at. Southern coast, winds around 150 miles per hour. Montego Bay, with this more of a westerly track, we're looking at winds now of 120 miles per hour. And as it lifts kind of to the north, we'll get a secondary surge trying to kind of wrap in around this back through Montego Bay. So the news has not been better in our western zones. I was just chatting with the folks at Negril Pup Rescue, which are doing a great job with the animals. So we're looking at, of course, humans, pets. So we're looking at, of course, our property in this, thinking of the animals out there as well. They're doing a great job. On Negril, again, higher winds expected so long this westerly track, which we've been seeing, has been holding and then kind of lifting up to the north. So Montego Bay, we're going to be on the edge of these 150-mile gusts, the potential of that. Where the core of this comes on shore, it looks like as of now it could be very close to Black River or Treasure Beach, but it still could be over toward Milk River, Kingston. We'll just see kind of when it takes its turn, but it has moved a little bit past Kingston to the south, which is telling me the landfall point most likely is Treasure Beach or even a little bit more off toward the west. In this pocket here, and I may shift this a little bit more to the west, we'll see, but severe structure damage, power loss for weeks, and we'll have some isolation from communities. We'll see that all across parts of Jamaica, just because, again, we're going to get some of those mudslides, the significant rain out of this. So this is what we're looking at for the core of this. This is a very dangerous hurricane, regardless if it is Category 4 or Category 5. The potential destruction in this is the same. So again, I'll change these maps a little bit, kind of shift it depending on how these wobble. Large, powerful systems actually wobble, and that does make a difference. So that's why I've adjusted some of the winds. Looking down the road, eastern Cuba, once this moves in Tuesday night, some of the winds could be around 110 miles per hour, 177 kilometers an hour. Near Crooked Island and just south, winds of 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers an hour. Turks and Caicos, we'll still see the hurricane winds may stay just to the north and west. So as of now, about 60 miles per hour with some strong tropical storm conditions, or 96 kilometers an hour for the Turks and Caicos. And again, that's once we get our way into Wednesday. Now the rain, we've been watching it as we get back toward Haiti. Additional totals of upwards. You see this even red shading in here of 300 to 400 millimeters of rain in parts of Haiti, where we could get an additional 10 to 15 inches of rain on top of what we've already had across the peninsula, and some gusty winds. So thinking of the folks on the ground, of course, in Haiti, kind of sheltering in place. I've been getting a lot of reports from some folks there throughout the day. Jamaica, again, we're watching out for the rain that is going to be intense. There could be a couple pockets that get upwards of 750 to pushing 1,000 millimeters of rain, just kind of getting enhanced with the mountains, hence the catastrophic flooding that is a possibility. Either way, here's a different model, just kind of painting it in. Anywhere in this green shading, which is almost all of us at this point, we have the chance to see some totals that could press 750 millimeters or 30 inches of rain. And because we've seen this shifting a little bit more to the west, and I expect more changes. I trust your judgment. You trust mine. We're going to see a couple changes as we go throughout, and we'll just take care of it together. As this shifted more to the west, that's bringing some of the higher rain totals into our western sections as well across Jamaica. So we'll see these little changes overall as this kind of moves our way. But overall, all of us are getting the hurricane conditions and intense flooding. Now, as it lifts up toward Jamaica, Cuba, eastern Cuba, most of the rain totals 250 millimeters or 10 inches, because it's going to get faster. Once it makes its turn and gets past Jamaica, it will speed up because it gets caught up into a front. That's why it's turning. There's a front back to the west. If the front's just a little bit slower, it's going to move more to the west. If this front kicks in a little bit more, it'll start to make that turn a little bit sooner. And of course, that kind of dictates what happens as we work our way down the road. Now, with that, more of that westerly track, Black River, giving you the heads up, we're going to see that surge potential very high if this nudges more to the west. So we're basically talking about the potential along the entirety of the southern coast of 2.5 to 4 meters. So that is 9 to 13 feet. It could be a little bit more than that, pushing about 15 feet. But as a whole, that is at risk across these areas. Again, watching Kingston, we're swinging all the way back toward Black River, and we'll see if this comes on shore right here, a very significant life-threatening surge. That is the extra rise in the water. Then you have the waves on top of it, but that extra rise on the water comes in, and that is oftentimes deadly if folks are in that storm surge zone. So a very, very significant and life-threatening storm surge. I've upped it as well, maybe even a little bit higher, meter to meter and a half near Montego Bay, because if this kind of lifts into the west and then lifts up to the north on the backside, winds around this, we have that counterclockwise flow, so that'll be filtering in and watching about a meter, maybe about a meter and a half as we swing back toward northeastern sections of Jamaica. So of course we've been in action mode in many spots. Crooked Island south back through the Turks and Caicos, eastern Cuba. We're making those hurricane preparations as well. We're watching the flooding still parts of the Dominican Republic, back through Haiti, especially the peninsula, and everything we can do to stay safe in Jamaica. That's what we've been doing. And tomorrow morning, even if there's a couple breaks, maybe a good idea to check on one another, especially those that are staying alone through this. This weather community is with you. No doubt, every step of the way they got you. Just look at some of the comments. Now, all of the models, again, bringing this right over Jamaica. So we haven't seen, we'll see those small changes where I tweak some of the numbers, but we haven't seen any big change or any big shift or anything like that. We'll wait on the turn. The turn's not going to happen yet, but by tomorrow we start to see the turn. And then again, late tomorrow night into Tuesday, the conditions go downhill, of course, with the potential of catastrophic results from this as this moves in. And then it's going to lift up toward the southeastern Bahamas. We'll see kind of exactly where it is in here. I'm going to keep an eye on the central Bahamas with more of this westerly track. It may be a little bit more to the west, so I'm going to watch out for that. We may expand kind of action mode, but central and southern Bahamas, we know we're watching this and we're getting ready just in case northern Bahamas not coming back toward the United States. And we'll keep an eye on down the road, monitoring Bermuda, of course, and then we'll keep an eye on the Atlantic region of Canada, Newfoundland back toward the Avalon Peninsula. So this will kind of go between Category 4, Category 5. Do not be surprised tomorrow morning if you hear that this is now a Category 5 storm. It'll fluctuate. These storms breathe, as I mentioned. It'll fluctuate. Then we'll get some weakening as it interacts with Jamaica, goes over Jamaica, but still a hurricane as it works its way into Cuba and into the Bahamas, and then getting out into the Atlantic. So taking a look at this, and you can see the track on this. This is kind of a feel of almost all of the models at this point. You can see how the center of this overnight, this is 2 in the morning, sitting here, but we start to get the heavier rain. That's one of the differences we're going to notice tomorrow. The shields of rain just working in. There's the center right here as we work our way into midday. So you can see how it is still to the south. So some of us, first half of tomorrow, kind of like, what storm? It's rainy. It's not that bad. Some of us, it won't be that bad yet. But then as we get into late tomorrow, it starts to make its turn. This is by 8 p.m. You see how long this kind of takes, right? So then eventually it moves in, but all of that rain piling up, still watching the rain in Haiti and back through the Dominican Republic. And then you see by the time we get into Tuesday morning, that's when the center moves on shore. It could be central sections of Jamaica now, maybe a western section somewhere in here. But either way, being on the right side of it, you get that flow that just comes around it and really pumps in the extreme winds and the storm surge and the rain, and then this will lift its way back toward eastern Cuba. But look at Tuesday, still with this flow around it, still giving us some of the hurricane conditions on the north coast of Jamaica deep into the day on Tuesday, and then eventually Tuesday night, this pulls on shore somewhere either here or here, back toward eastern Cuba, and then lifting its way up toward the southeastern Bahamas and keeping an eye on the Turks and Caicos as we go through the day on Wednesday. Wednesday morning leaving Cuba, and then working in. It should still be a hurricane at this point. Again, it just depends on when it takes its turn, exactly where we're going to see this up here. And meanwhile, you get those feeder bands of rain still filtering in across parts of Hispaniola. Here's the broader picture with the winds, and you see the scale on your screen, miles per hour and kilometers an hour. Doing my best to keep everyone covered with this. The white shading are the tropical storm winds. The hurricane winds are what we're seeing really in the red for the most part. And you see how they move in, and you can see this right here. This is by the time we get into tomorrow night. That's why I really encourage you to get as much sleep as you can, and sleep as long as you can, even into the morning if that is possible. And then you see it moving in as we get into tomorrow night, into Tuesday morning with the hurricane conditions, that surge eastern end all the way back across the southern coast, and then it lifts right on top of Jamaica, and then just to the north by 5 p.m. on Tuesday. You see it here, still those very strong winds, but after that it will lessen. So that is the end in sight for Jamaica. It's going to be a long haul getting there, but again, late on Tuesday, we start to get the improvements as this moves away, lifts through Cuba, watching the Bahamas, watching the Turks and Caicos as we work our way through Wednesday. Then after that, Thursday, we'll see how close it gets to Bermuda. So Jamaica, with this, with the eye wall getting on shore eventually by the time we get into tomorrow night, Category 4, Category 5, that's catastrophic damage, the potential of that, structure damage, roof damage, all that sort of thing. But you've been doing what you need to do to be prepared. And then as we work our way over the next several weeks, kind of on the backside of this, we may have that communication cut off for quite a while, some power outages for quite a while that could last weeks, if not longer in certain areas, and certain communities kind of get cut off depending on where you are, right? If you're up in the mountains and there's a slide and it knocks out your road, well, that causes some issues, obviously, without even saying. So some communication, a lot of communication cut off, but some communities getting cut off. The worst weather late Monday, late tomorrow night, in through the first half of Tuesday. So I got you covered right here. Put out some new updates. If you subscribe, you'll get those updates first. And be sure to check out the comment section. Everyone is with you in Jamaica. We're watching Cuba, Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos. And of course, thinking of the flooding ongoing in Haiti. You try to get some rest. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard. There's no good news here. So I'm going to give you another video of what others are seeing in terms of the intensity of this hurricane. And these people have been watching meticulously, minute by minute, what is going on with this immense storm. So let me share that with you, and then I'll speak to you after this video. So here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put that on the screen now, and then I'll speak to you after the video. Here we go.
Right.
And also the one above my face cam's not real either. That's just a different satellite that I had one of my friends draw out
Also,
and then
I'm not
implement it
real.
with AI. Yeah, Lucky's just the new invention of AI.
Yeah, see, I got my robotics.
This dude.
Yeah, no, it's getting bad.
Oh, recon turned back, by the way.
Oh,
Yep.
nice. They said, all right, fine. We see y'all complaining. Fine, we'll go back in. No,
I think Livid was right, because you can see the altitude about 4,500 meters, and then now 3,215. No wonder he's so dumb.
yo, yeah, I might just skipped a few updates, but it's okay. That's what we're taking the time off for. Gotta install those updates and those patch notes.
Man. Yeah, that's why he's been gone for a month and a half. I had to repair him.
But to be honest, guys, really, without saying too much, it's just life. It's really just life came around. A lot of you know I have a job. I obviously not YouTube. I have an actual job, and so
As you can see here, as they track the path of Hurricane Melissa, you can see how clear the eye wall is. Now, this looks like the eye of the hurricane is bigger than even a parish in Jamaica. It is wide, ladies and gentlemen. We've been told that it's about 400 miles wide, this system. I think it's a lot more than that if you look closely at the area it's covering. It's covering an immense, wide area. And as you look, as it is being tracked, you know, it's huge. Let's continue to listen to these young young storm trackers as they track it in real time, and we can see what they're seeing. And here we go.
Thing. W Void. Void, thanks for the 2.
Yep, Boy, thanks for
No.
the $2 donation. Yeah, busy life is really good.
It's good, and like, dude, trust me. I've told this guy too. I really do miss y'all. I really do. Now I'm sure I could, like, even if I did implement streams, it would be at least at 11 p.m. Eastern time every night. It would have to be.
What is your favorite storm to track of all time? What was?
Oh.
I don't.
Like tornado and hurricane, or talking about just hurricanes?
I like to track storms, but the thing is, when I talk about favorites, that's hard because when I track storms,
Lucky is a Tar Heel. I am not a Tar Heel.
there's always lives at risk. So that's a big problem. That's a big problem when you say your favorite storm or favorite tornado or favorite hurricane. I don't know.
I don't think I could tell you.
I really, yeah. I
I
really
can tell you.
couldn't
I can tell you one of my most memorable.
I could tell you the craziest looking storms I've tracked.
Oh yeah.
Craziest hurricane. One I covered live was destruction wise. I guess satellite wise it had to be Milton.
Yeah, Milton. For
Milton,
sure.
yeah. Milton, satellite wise, if we're just talking about satellite, but like other person asked in the chat, most impactful one was Helene.
Oh, yeah.
And for like tornadoes, probably the Mayfield tornado.
Yeah.
That's the one that has stuck with me my whole career. Mayfield 2021, Kentucky, overnight, December 10th into December 11th.
Oh, I just broke the whole
There goes
chair.
Lucky. And
Oh.
as for another hurricane too, Dorian was close. Dorian was pretty close. I tracked Dorian. That was very early on. Do you need some help there? That was very, very, very early on in my weather career. Oh my word, he actually broke the whole chair. He actually broke the whole chair. Oh my goodness.
This right now. I'm about to cry.
Get out of the frame. I gotta show the chair. Chat, hold on. No, I want you guys to know it's not a joke. Look at the chair. Look, that's supposed to be over it. This is supposed to be right here. And then this side too. This is supposed to be in here.
Someone got clipped out of me falling.
The whole thing actually just broke on him. You good?
I'm good. I'm good. Gotta start bringing my gaming setup over here every time.
We'll get you a new chair. We'll get you one. We had-
Look at it. Look at it, bro. Look at it. Can I see that?
over this way, over this way. You gotta put it closer to the wall, closer to this wall.
No, that one?
Yeah, closer to the closet. Yeah.
Yo.
Oh my word,
$20 for food now for sure.
man!
Yo. I don't know what's wrong with it. Broken toe link.
Broken toe. That is not a toe link, dude.
Oh, my bad. Broken suspension.
Oh my word!
Well,
Just so everybody knows that I'm like not faking when I say
there goes.
that he actually breaks my chairs.
I don't even mean to. This one's already broke.
That's like the 5th time he's broke that chair. Now I think it's done. I
I
think
it's done.
that's got to go in the dumpster now.
I mean, I can like fully break it if you want.
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll just fold it in half.
By the way, we broke our last channel record. 34,000 views in this live stream as a whole. Whilst Lucky was breaking a chair, we broke a record.
That's W's.
And Recon is finally directly back on track.
Oh, why did...
Oh man. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe you actually broke it. I was just joking when I said that
Yeah, I know,
he would break the chair on stream today.
I was joking too.
Man.
RP chair. Y'all have never forgotten.
Also, he has fallen asleep on stream already before. I don't know if that stream is up still. I forgot when it was, but he did fall
Oh.
asleep on stream before.
Dude. Oh. Yo.
I yelled his name and he woke up and he didn't know what was happening.
Probably woke up saying, tornado somewhere over here.
Interesting stream. This has been a very chaotic 3-hour
Yeah,
live stream.
first YouTube appearance in a month, and I broke a chair, and I had a second dinner, and yeah.
Man,
Dude.
hurricanes and broken chairs, pretty normal stream.
Right.
Yep, definitely normal when Lucky's here. Now I'm gonna buy another chair, and in 2 streams with him being here, that one will be broken too, completely broken. Now that one is fully done. Like you saw how that chair looked.
I gotta go back and find that. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll recycle that chair, make a new one out of it. I agree, it did look more intense probably about 2 hours ago when it had that full pink ring. That's when it looked the most intense, right here. Yeah, right in here. Like 257Z, which it's 521Z. So whatever that conversion is, however long ago. However long ago that is. It's too late for me to do that conversion at this point. But yeah, I know a lot more people are heading out here. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button with a notification bell set to all. He is obviously rewatching that clip. And yeah, hit that like button too. It's greatly appreciated. And share the channel with your family, friends, social media. We cover everything: hurricanes, snowstorms, blizzards, tornado outbreaks. We cover everything. Main area we cover is the U.S., but we do cover typhoons in the Western Pacific as well.
I just kept going down and down. Watch.
Dude.
I'll place my hoodie and watch. You'll see me go down. Wait, right. I see. I'm trying to fix it.
You look to the side.
I'll try to fix it. And boom. Oh wait. Oh wait. Watch. I keep going down. I keep going down.
Oh my goodness. You went down so far you got on the floor when it broke. Oh my word. Yeah, UTC is Zulu time, yes.
Oh,
Yes, that is the same thing. Yep.
sorry, chair. So many memories.
Let me see if there's how many lightning strikes there is in the eye. So about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, there was 15. No, there was 30 lightning strikes in the eye within a 10-minute time frame about 2.5 hours ago. Then about 30 minutes ago, it was 14 lightning strikes within a 10-minute time frame. Now we are back up to 33 lightning strikes in a 10-minute time frame. So definitely getting back up to intensification again here. Starting to intensify a bit further. I think peak will be close to the 2 p.m. advisory. We'll have to see, because yeah, let me go check the H-Wharf. Yeah, H-Wharf model was the last one that I didn't see here. I didn't see any of these up till landfall, actually. Yeah, the H-Wharf has peak 917 millibar. And it has landfall 935 millibar. HAFSA, no, HAFSA has a peak at 916. Don't you get me copyrighted. And
that's your chat.
oh, okay.
Go copyright me.
I guess I'm gonna copyright myself. And landfall at 918 millibars, significantly lower. So peak is 916, and landfall is 918. And by the way, that has landfall with sustained winds of, I think that is 175 miles per hour. Yes, 175 miles per hour, 918 millibar landfall for the HAFSA in central Jamaica, dead central Jamaica. Like literally dead center Jamaica right there. Definitely a bit further on the eastern side of our guidance. Now let's see the HAFSB. HAFSB peaks at 9:22 tonight, like almost right now, and then makes landfall at 9:28 millibar. Just a very subtle weakening. So that's all your hurricane models there. So it seems like there's only really maybe one outlier here. And that actually, there really isn't an outlier. The biggest thing is the H-Morph and the H-Mon are more in western Jamaica, and the HAFSA and HAFSB, which are typically more accurate, are towards central Jamaica. So that's the main say so there in our model runs. I would add a traffic cam. I really wish I could, but I don't know the rights towards traffic cams out here. I'm probably gonna have to do some research on that tomorrow and try to get a you know what? I know I can use this website, but the thing is there's only one camera. Let me go to this. Maybe there's more on this site. This only has one camera in Jamaica, and it's in far western Jamaica. So, I don't know. Maybe I have to... I don't know if Jamaica has traffic cams or not. Definitely, that inner eye wall has become more kind of like pinched off from the rest of the system almost. Like the inner eye wall is like right in here, right? And then the next main area of convection is like way up here, according to radar. So like it's pretty well removed from that outer eye wall, from what I can tell. That's probably gonna increase the chance of this eye sustaining itself and not doing an eye wall replacement cycle. Yeah, there's definitely... There was a new band that just moved across southeastern Jamaica, moving into central Jamaica now. Very heavy rainfall there. Lucky, remind me to do some research on web cameras tomorrow. For Jamaica, obviously.
What I send DMs, that's the time in your stream that we need to go to flip it.
I can't believe that happened.
And I wasn't framed when it happened too, the whole time. And you could just see me disappear.
Yep, I didn't turn it off until you fully fell on the ground and realized I should probably help you get up.
No, that's just pretty bad.
Thank you, Open the Light, for the $5 donation, saying enjoying the stream. Glad you are. Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it.
Chair donation.
Thank you for the $5 donation. That will go towards Lucky's chair. R.I.P.
Yes. RIP chair.
It's only like a 20, maybe tops $30 chair.
It was crazy, y'all. Is that it was
You are far. I doubt they can hear you.
No, watch, look. Hello.
Yeah, but that's going up into the green. I'm in the red.
I'm sure they can. Can y'all still hear me?
Go ahead. What were you saying? Go ahead.
That whole chair is metal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how that happened. I don't even weigh that much.
Yeah, I don't know how you broke a fully metal chair. Put it towards the new chair. I will. Dude.
Oh, so they can hear me.
$10 donation from Full Speed Doggy. All right, so that's $15 raised for Lucky's new chair.
It's W.
Man. Yep. Lucky we'll get a new chair.
Thanks, guys. I'll get another chair. Even though I'm probably gonna pay for it, but still.
Nah. Well,
I'm gonna attempt to. I'm gonna
chair fund.
chair fun. See.
Hey, and that's why I don't like you being in this chair forever. Cause yeah, if he breaks this one,
Yeah, we're gonna need like. Oh wow.
yeah, we're gonna need like that. If he breaks this, that's a lot of money.
No.
That is way too much
Okay,
for a
wait,
metal chair.
Wait, hold on, guys. You can see my hands, but I'm like waving stop. I got it. We're chilling. It's okay.
I think that's like I think that's about $35
Okay,
right
share
there
go
for
fund me.
US. So yeah, now we're up to $50 overall for a chair. Yeah.
Fun fact: I guarantee you if I did make a GoFundMe, I feel like I would donate too. But no, y'all do not have to donate.
I feel like I would get you a nicer chair, but a metal chair, you broke a complete metal chair.
Like you're gonna get like another gaming chair like you have.
I don't know if it's worth it because you're only here like
That's what I'm saying.
not that often. He's got a much better chair at home, I can assure you.
Oh no, it's much better at home. But
That
then
metal
again,
chair is not what he carries around or something. That's just a guest chair, and it's going to the junkyard. It's not
I'll
a
take it home. Actually, you should frame it.
what? What frame is gonna fit a chair in it?
Just hang it up on the wall.
You act like that's normal.
It is. I mean,
Who hangs it? Does anyone in chat have a chair hanging
bro,
on
it's
their wall?
memorabilia chair, right? Memorabilia.
There's no.
That chair will always be remembered as the chair that Lucky broke on stream.
I wonder how much that metal chair is. I'm gonna go look because inflation probably's pushed it up a bit higher. That's
Thank you for all the streams.
$20. Yep.
Dub.
I'm still gonna get you a $20 metal chair.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man. The thing is, those look even worse. I don't know. Maybe we should get a little.
So like a $50 gaming chair. I shall do that.
Thank you, Bash, for the $5 donation. Appreciate it.
Y'all do not have to donate, okay? I'm gonna pay for another chair. I'm gonna pay for another chair.
Oh man.
You know how I told you I'd be busy working? Yes, I will pay for another chair. It is fine.
A beach chair. We'll get him a bean bag.
Oh yes.
You're not supposed to agree.
Yes, I want a bean bag.
Oh man. You're not supposed to agree, dude.
Oh man, I want that.
It's crazy. He can't break a bean bag. He'll find a way. He'll find a way,
I'm
Ben.
just gonna stab it.
He'll find a way.
Then I probably wouldn't break it.
He probably will find a way, dude.
This has been a fun stream.
Very. Any recon update? Yep, they're still moving to the northwest. They're gonna get there right as the NHC does their 2 aim advisory.
You know, right now, y'all, we're just waiting for
Yeah, I want to get at least one full pass here through.
yeah, we're waiting for one full pass, or at least we're waiting for 2 a.m. That's really what we're.
Yep.
This is my favorite stream ever. I'm glad you enjoyed me breaking a chair, but I'm also glad that you're enjoying the coverage. I mean, this man is honestly, it's not even a debate.
I wonder if this guy sounds like a mouse back there. I know he's hard to hear.
Like, apparently, yo,
He's trying to hear himself.
no, it's not that bad.
Yeah, when you scream and wake up the whole house.
Sorry, chat. He sounds fine.
He's such a loud person, I can hear him. Yep.
Should I be concerned? My computer is hot as iron, a piece of fabric. Probably. I don't think that's normal.
Can we acknowledge how the NHC has almost got a perfect forecast here right now?
Right? Yeah, that's actually insane.
Like, even with all the wobbles.
That is insane.
A free website is tropicaltidbits.com. So if you look up tropical space tidbits and then just hit enter. It has a white background with a red tropical storm on it. You click that, you'll see meteorologist Levi, I think his name is. I'm pretty sure it's Levi. He is great YouTuber, fantastic YouTuber. If you want something with absolutely zero hype and straight to the point, great YouTuber right there. Made the Tropical Tidbits website. But go to the top and it says like current storms, aircraft recon. You click on that and it should already have you on mission 18 at that time. And then you can take a look and it will bring you to this page here. And this is mission 18. And then on the left side, these are all the observations that they've gotten over the last 10 or so minutes. And you can see the wind speeds is in blue and the millibar is in red. Now the millibar is typically about 1 millibar. The millibar is typically pretty accurate, honestly, but the wind speeds are typically higher than what the NHC goes with. So you'll see like 130 knot flight level wind speeds. That translates closer to 140 mile an hour 10 meter wind speeds. Whereas if you go to your conversion, 130 knots, that should be like about 150 miles per hour. So if you could do 130 knots, 130 knots to MPH, that's 150 miles per hour. But because you have to convert flight level to surface or flight level to 10 meter, it's actually closer to about 130, 140. Yeah, Tropical Tidbits, great site. And like I said, the meteorologist who made the site is fantastic. Always been a fan of him ever since I found the site and then found him through the site. Found his site first and then found him after I found the site. Look at lightning. 37 lightning bolts.
That's higher than earlier.
Yep.
So definitely some
Yeah, you can.
complications going on.
It went from, so in the last hour, every 10 minutes, starting at 12:35 Eastern, 16 lightning bolts in the last 10 minutes from there, and then onwards 17 lightning bolts, 28 lightning bolts, back down to 24, 33 lightning bolts, 37 lightning bolts in the last 10 minutes now. So lightning's really increased there.
Abe said, make sure you share the stream. Share.
I'm surprised Pete is still up. Pete, are you taking like a trip to Phoenix for no particular reason?
Right. Hey, is that lucky guy?
Yeah.
That would be me. That would be me, yo.
Let me see. I'm going to go back to Tropical Tidbits. Let's go back to Tropical Tidbits here because I do want to see the newest satellite imagery there. Yep, that matches up. Yeah, still have some negative 80 cloud tops Celsius obviously in there. And a more northwest turn is still occurring, but that should really start turning well north tomorrow evening. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen early, because if it does, if we start seeing that north turn like now, that would put it right into central Jamaica, but there's really no good scenario. If it goes far west, it's still going to hit Jamaica, and the east side's going to get a crazy amount of storm surge and tornado potential. If it goes really far east, that's where all the population is. A very large majority is on the east and central portion of Jamaica. So that's a horrible scenario. And if it goes right down the middle, it's going to hit most of Jamaica, because the hurricane's still going to be pretty large. So there's no good scenario, unfortunately. So we're waiting for recon to do a pass. They're getting through the southeast far outer convection right now. Okay, the 2 a.m. update is out for the tropical outlook, but not actually for Melissa. So there's no other areas of interest to watch in the NHC. for the next 7 days, but Melissa still that hasn't been updated yet. So they updated half of the NHC right now. Bit surprised. Like I said, really good on the NHC there for their track at the moment. What's halfway between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m.? It's got to be like close to 3 a.m. or so. Yeah, so about 3 a.m., somewhere around there. That would put the low pressure right here. So I think it will be very close to that area in about an hour and a half. So really good forecast right now from the NHC. So there's Recon. They are on the far southeast side of convection at the moment. And we'll have to see if they're turning west here to see if they want to go for a southwest to northeast approach or if they are just going to go straight in. It depends. If the NHC puts their update out ASAP, I would say it's probably best to go west and then northeast. But if they are wanting to wait for recon, they're probably going to want to get that southeast to northwest pass first. We'll see with which one they do.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Naram Promotions, the Real Deal podcast show. We're looking at TRG tornado storm trackers. They're talking about the recon. Recon is the flight that goes over the hurricane and try to measure what's going on out there. So they're actively tracking what's going on in real time as the hurricane progresses towards Jamaica. So it has made its first turn and it's now heading to its second turn and then the third turn to head up to Jamaica to sometime during the evening of later today. So continue to watch. We're going to watch for a short time more, and then I'm going to address all my viewers and subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell, and also share this with everyone who are able to see it at this point. I've been given live updates of what's going on across the island in terms of the power supply. In some places, power is down, and it's systematically shutting down across the island or fluctuating in some areas in and out. Also, communication is down in a large portion of the island, and in other areas, it's fluctuating in and out. So, therefore, we're coming to the final stages before Hurricane Melissa hits the island. We're hours away. It's heading closer and closer. As you see, the recon flights are now tracking the intensity. So we're going to get an update real soon to see if it has increased in intensity or what the situation or the current situation is as it approaches the island. There's no good scenario in terms of where it enters the country. As of now, wherever it enters, it's going to be a catastrophe. There's sustained winds of 150 miles an hour or close to it, and the rain content is huge. So it's going to dump a lot of water, and it's going to meander around the country for around 3 days before it actually exits. So the entire island is going to be inundated with a lot of wind, rain, and water, landslides. Destruction is the order of the day. So it's very critical that you hunker down, and if you have an opportunity to make your last checks and also batten up and so on. This is not the time, but if you're the last minute person, please, you need to stay safe. That's as much as I can say to you. So there's no clear good scenario at this point in time. It is imminent, so it's time to hunker down and also make sure that whosoever has power, if you have not charged up your devices, please do so right now, this minute. If you have not gotten any gas for that standby generator, do not take any risks going out there to try to get it. It is what it is at this point. Whatever you have prepared or however you have prepared at this point, it is what it is. So the most important thing is to survive this. So let's go back to the storm trackers and see what they're saying. We're going to follow them for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to talk to you on the other side, and we're going to close the show down after that, and I'll come back as soon as there is an immediate update as to the status of Hurricane Melissa. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to what the storm trackers are saying.
Okay, not that bad yet. 2.5 hours. Actually, 3 hours. 3 hours. That's not that bad.
Seems like forever though.
We've gone almost 3 days with the Category 5 hurricane without any recon, so
Yeah,
2.5 hours, not bad.
Aaron, right?
No, Aaron was only like a day. Umberto literally went like 2, almost 3 days without any recon as it was Cat 5. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I'm pretty sure there was no recon at all for like 2 to 3 days. 1 pixel away from perfection.
Ben said, watch him find a 60-mile-per-hour tropical storm.
60.
Nah,
Nah.
not 55.
I live in Southwest Missouri. Yeah, like that's a good area in my opinion.
It's not
I'm
bad.
looking at it from a chasing perspective. Like Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri would all be my ideal.
Do you have a dream place to live? Like, or
I don't think about that stuff.
chat, if y'all can hear me.
All I know is that there ain't no way I'll be living in my dream place, so I don't think about it
All right,
much.
chat, I got a question for y'all while we wait. Actually, let me get closer for this and I'll go right back. All right, y'all. What is y'all's dream place, like, to either go, like, for like a vacation or to live at? I'm curious. I have chat pulled up. I'm gonna be over there reading chat. But I did want to know. I'm curious.
Somewhere in the mountains away from people. Eastern Tennessee, Western NC, Western Virginia, Southeastern Kentucky, Southern West Virginia, maybe anywhere in West Virginia. West Virginia is a very isolated place,
Hawaii?
except like Charleston.
Why is a good one? That is a good
I would be a bit scared the fact that I'm on an island, honestly.
I mean,
For vacation, yeah.
Jamaica. Anywhere I can see severe weather.
Well, that's almost the entire U.S. with the exception of like, I don't even know. I think
Mountains like Washington State.
like the whole U.S. sees severe weather, most common in the central and southeast.
Antarctica.
Antarctica. That's unique.
Actually, I haven't seen that yet. See, you gotta ask these people that sometimes. You gotta learn, especially when you're waiting for something that's like so close. It makes the time go by so fast. East Tennessee or Jacksonville, Florida.
I've been through East Tennessee. It's awesome.
500 acres in the high country
Um,
of Montana.
Yeah, like up here along I-81 was awesome. Not in I wouldn't like to live in Knoxville, but like northeast of Knoxville, up in here was great. Even up in Bristol, this part of Virginia, Tennessee, oh my goodness. Loved driving through there, dude. It was crazy. Great views all in that area.
Massachusetts and Southern California, I don't really get anything. And then you have just someone that says 888, 170.
The only problem is like I would want somewhere that experiences all seasons. Here in Southern Virginia, we experience every single season, and none of them are too extreme.
Man, in North Carolina, we experience all seasons in one day. Man,
That's true. That is so true.
It'll be snowing 1 minute. Next thing, it's gonna be 85 degrees.
Next thing you're in an extreme heat warning.
Right.
That is very
Like, dude, the
true.
other day I was at a frost advisory. Like what? Was it frost advisory? It was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a frost advisory. I was like, what?
That season's already here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought we were still in fall. No
The
way.
big island of Hawaii, you can drive around and experience all seasons in a few hours.
Wow. Okay.
Dude. I believe that. I
I'm
believe
surprised
that.
no one said out of the country. Like I like as in like okay, as in like.
Yeah,
England,
no one
Europe.
said like out there in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, no one said
Or
out there in Europe.
Japan
I
or
would
anywhere
love
out
to go to
there.
Paris.
I mean, Antarctica, buddy.
Oh wait, no. You're right. No. Master said Japan.
Oh, there was one in
Place
Japan?
to
For
be is
Japan?
Japan. They are awesome.
I know a lot of people like Japan.
Japan is a really nice place. It's like one of the most safest countries in the world. I think. I seen that somewhere. I read an article about it. Yeah, definitely Paris. Tokyo. That's Japan. Paris, France. Tokyo.
I know where Tokyo is, dude.
Um.
I would like to visit those areas, but a lot of these places I wouldn't feel like living at. I'm very prone to homesickness.
Yeah, dude. No, the first time that I ever came up here, by the way, I actually that was the first time I really experienced homesick. So that thing. Yeah,
Homesickness. Yep.
it was bad.
Already live in Europe? Okay, well that's a reason
Wait,
to
you live in
why
Europe? You live
why
in
not
Europe?
to live there.
Oh wow, you live in what part of Europe?
I don't want to live in Europe because I already am. I ain't got to go nowhere. Southern Virginia is pretty nice too to live at. I like it around
I
here.
heard Germany is somewhat is a nice place. Spain is a I want to go to Spain.
Since when does Lucky read? Today?
Bro, I've been reading chat this whole time.
Yeah, but like we didn't know you knew how to read.
Bro, bro, there's this book I'm starting to read. And it's actually can't really say it. Actually, yeah, I can. Actually, mute.
Man, you can wait just a little bit.
I can. You're right.
Or just text me it.
I think I have a screenshot of it.
I mean, Saskatchewan, Germany, Japan. Those are all areas I've heard a lot of nice things about. I wouldn't. There's a lot of places I would not mind going to for vacation, but I don't know if I could live there. Just because of homesickness. Iceland. Yeah, I might pass on that one. I'm not a big fan of the frigid cold. That's why I would avoid like North Dakota and the far northeastern US.
Justin said, "Why you just
Man, I could barely even stand 40-degree temperatures.
Justin said, "Why you dissing the boy Lucky?"
Because that's my job.
That is his job, y'all. His job is to make sure that I'm alive and to diss me. Fine.
It keeps him humble. Makes him a great guy.
Yeah. Like some people, the way that people diss me, obviously I take it as a joke. 'Cause I know it's a joke. But
He disses me too sometimes.
I will say that I do.
But it's you know, it's like little like Lucky can't read. Obviously that's a lie.
Obviously that's a lot. And y'all call me 4'8" when I'm actually like 5'8".
Okay, now we know you're lying about that, Lucky. Come on, you're actually 4'8".
Okay, bro.
Come on. We all saw the photo of me and Reed, and you're like literally half as tall as Reed.
Okay, that is so cat. That is
Nope.
so
Should have told Reed to get up on the curb. I get on the curb, and then Lucky stays off the curb.
cat. Okay, now that
Then he'll look
that
like
would've-
3
That
feet.
would have been messed up. That would have been really messed up.
All right, recon should update any second.
I absolutely can never live in Virginia again. So glad I moved back to the Midwest.
Really? What was so wrong about it?
I mean, Virginia, so far, everywhere that I've went is really not that bad. It's just completely different because of where I'm from. It's just completely different, but I mean, it's not bad
If you're
at all.
chasing, it ain't that good.
Yeah, sure.
Unless you get towards Eastern Virginia.
I'm just joking around, by the way. Like, not saying you're purposely fanning him. I know you guys like best friends.
Oh, there you go. 923 millibar.
Wow.
So that is 10 millibars less than what we're at now. As of the 11 p.m. update.
But yeah, Justin.
140 knots. That's easily supportive of 150 miles per hour.
Easily. I'm sure they might.
Yeah, 150, 923 would be a good update.
That's not even the northeastern side of the eye, is it? That's the
Nope.
southeastern. That northeastern side might be real strong.
So there you go. So 543, and this was 553. So it was literally a 10 minutes for an update right there. I'm gonna reopen that because I want to see what they find in the northwest eye there. Southwestern Virginia is really, really nice.
That is nice.
It depends exactly what you're looking for, though. We all have our different preferences. Yeah, they'll probably go to, I don't know, 923, 924, one or the other, and then 150 miles per hour.
I think they're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger of 155.
They waited. The NHC waited. They might even wait a little bit longer before they release that update. New Zealand, I haven't heard much about New Zealand, but it's probably a nice area.
Yeah, I mean, probably because you haven't heard much about it. I know you probably haven't heard much bad things about it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about it, so
I mean,
that's very far from me. I do remember an earthquake near there from earlier this year.
was it that stream?
I also do remember a cyclone was very close to, or if not, did hit New Zealand either this year or last year. Yeah, it was also that stream too. I remember 2 earthquakes now, since Lucky mentioned that. Ooh, I don't know. I've heard Australia has some huge spiders.
I don't know.
I don't know if I could do that.
The people that live there, the accents. I don't know. It's just I think their accents are so cool. Like I really think people that have an Australian accent are so cool. I love their accent. I don't know why. It just sounds cool. Just the way they say stuff.
I think it was yesterday afternoon it hit hurricane strength. It was a tropical storm yesterday morning, and then I'm pretty confident it was a hurricane yesterday afternoon, and then a major hurricane
This morning,
last night, and then a Category 4 hurricane this morning. And then it's just barely strengthened, really. I feel like it ain't strengthened too much.
it plateaued.
Yeah. There you go. 150, 926, a little bit higher on the millibar than I was thinking, but yeah, 150 mile per hour from the NHC.
Pete just did a typo. Bro said 250, 926.
250? Dang! Yo! That thing is Category 6. 150 to 926. 150, 926. West at 5 miles per hour. There you go.
Alright, I think our jump ship done.
Nope, we got to go longer. Just a little more. A little longer. We aren't going to be live for too much longer, though. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Share the stream and the channel with your family, friends, social media. And especially, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell set to all. We will be live again tomorrow. I know Lucky won't be able to join, though, unless he wants to
Like
later.
11.
You never know. I don't know when I'll be live, but I know it'll be somewhere between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. We'll start our stream.
Ooh, I mean, if you start at like 10, then I'll be able to join up, possibly. Most likely.
So coverage tomorrow somewhere between 6 and 10 p.m. Eastern, and then coverage Tuesday morning, probably starting around 6 a.m. I'd say. Might have to get back on the coffee train for that one.
I heard black coffee is not actually that bad for you.
I mean, I'd assume it's not. What makes it unhealthy is probably all the extra cream and sugar that makes it taste really
4
good.
scoops of like sugar, 2 creamers, like vanilla extract, cold foam. Like what?
Yeah, that's probably what
Apparently-
makes it
apparently
unhealthy.
It's not that bad either. Just regular black coffee, cold brew or something. Apparently it's not that bad. I might try it tomorrow. On the way back home. That might not be a good idea. Oops.
All right, next recon update will be in about 3 minutes. I don't think that's possible. I don't
Okay.
think you could get home in that time.
What?
And true.
I mean,
I think we wake up to 160. Yeah, I agree, Ben.
Yeah, probably.
Unless there's an eyewall replacement cycle overnight.
So you're just gonna be up at like 7 a.m. He's like,
No,
"Get
Nope,
left."
I'll be sleeping in until 10.
For real?
Yeah, I gotta get at least some sleep.
Looks like
The only reason why I'm up
it's gonna
this
be
late is
great.
because I had great sleep yesterday. I went to bed at like literally 11:30 and woke up at like 10.
I had okay sleep last night. That wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
John, the H-Wharf and the H-Mon are west, and the HAFSA and HAFSB are central Jamaica. So we'll have to see which way we trend here. It seems like really anything from this is really what's on the table here. Anything from like right here, Western Jamaica, all the way to about here. That's really the reasonable area for landfall. Let me draw that line a bit more straight here. Somewhere in there seems to be the most realistic landfall, and the NHC went like pretty much dead in the middle of that. All right, recon update any second.
The landfall changed time? 'Cause I know it was at 8 a.m.
Cone didn't update.
Oh, I did it.
If you want to, we could stay another 3.
3 hours.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
would be.
fast.
It'd be 3 more hours. No, that's a
will set
vital
my-
3 hours of sleep we need if you want us to function
I will
tomorrow.
set up my bed right now if you say you're going another 3 hours. I will literally.
I would not blame you for sleeping on a stream if I went till 5 a.m.
Dude, like I would literally turn it on and you're turning it. Like guys.
In that case, I could not blame him for setting up going to sleep during a stream.
Stupid things. I'm gonna stay up till 5 a.m. Unless like category 5 is making landfall in the U.S., I'm not staying up till 5. Or unless something crazy is happening at like 5 a.m. or something. I don't know. And sometimes when I try to sleep till 5 a.m., I can't. When I don't try, I can.
The fact they found, what was it, 923 millibar in the middle of the eye and it's not Cat 5, like, hello? 923 millibar? If you tell me that any day of the week, I'm saying, oh, Cat 5. Yeah, it's gotta be. Gotta be Cat 5.
Dude, no, it's not, right? I mean, if you really think about it, 2.5 hours ago, it was at 9:33, what, 1:45?
What, English?
About 2.5 hours ago, when recon was last, it was at 9:33, 1:45 mile per hour.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you really think about it, 10 millibars and only 5 miles an hour. I think they're being on the conservative side.
Good night, open the light. You definitely need some sleep.
Good night.
6 hours. You gotta work. Yeah.
Like, in about 30 minutes, I'm about to close the light. Close my eyes.
I know, Pete, but the thing I could sit here for like another 3 to 4 hours and cover, but the downside of that is probably no stream tomorrow, and you probably aren't going to be able to get me up at 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. So, and I'm not in it for the views, so I don't like to end with more than typically 100 viewers because that means a lot of people are interested in coverage. But yeah, I'm not in it for the views. So if it means live streaming the next day or something wrong with my physical health, yeah, I'm gonna end.
I mean,
Not Cat 5 now, but it will be Category 5 sometime tomorrow.
and if y'all aren't already, make sure you do hit the subscribe button so you do get notified when he does go live tomorrow.
They found higher wind speeds in the northwest quadrant of the eye. 144 knots. That's supportive of probably 155 mile per hour.
Like I said,
Because if you do 144 knots to MPH, and you're going to have to round to 145 because that's very close. And that goes even 140. Actually, I could go back to 144 knots. 144 knots, 165 miles per hour. So
as well as the Category 5.
yeah, but that's flight level. So you are looking at I'd say 155.
And that's not in the northeastern side. I feel like the northeastern side is going to be the strongest.
It's probably, yeah, I agree with that. The northeast side has to have Cat 5 sustained winds.
Like, there's no way it doesn't, right? I mean, you have high-end Cat 4 on the southeast and then borderline Cat 5 on the northwest. Really think about it. That northeastern is going to be insane.
Well, I'll pull this up. For those who want to see the number go up, if you haven't subscribed, I highly encourage you to. We do a lot on this channel. We do coverage for tornado events. We do severe weather coverage. We do hurricane coverage, hurricane briefings, blizzard coverage, winter storm coverages, tsunami coverages, typhoon coverages, cyclone coverages. We even covered a cyclone in Australia once. So we do all types of weather coverage on this channel. It's not just limited to the U.S., but it is most frequently the United States. So, yeah, over 350 or about 350 subscribers today. And we've reached almost 40,000 people with the word of this hurricane today. And I don't know what likes we're at, but I'm assuming somewhere around like 850 likes or so. 856. That was a complete guess. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button with a notification bell set to all so you know when I go live tomorrow sometime between 6 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern. And share the channel with your family, friends, social media, help spread weather awareness. Like I said, we're going to be, we stream very, very often. And videos aren't typically but once a week because live streams just do better as a whole.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the closing of the show right here at Naram Promotions Real Deal podcast show, we're going to be back live in a few hours to track the storm to see what it's doing, and also the phone lines will be open tomorrow if anyone wants to call in and or send their videos of what's going on in their area. You can call us live to let us know what's going on. I'm going to put up the contact information right now. So if you look down below at the bottom of your screen, you'll see how you can contact us. The phone numbers are also there. You can call on WhatsApp. You can, if you want to go live, we can have an arrangement for you to come on live on the show to talk about what's going on in your area. The storm trackers will be back on in the evening tomorrow, and we're going to see the up-to-the-minute forecast of what's going on. So the recon flights, as you can see the track of it, they've gone directly through the eye of the storm, and you'll have updates coming soon. So it's the winds on the north side are up to 160 miles an hour or close to it, and as it approaches, it seems to be intensifying as the millibars have dropped down. They're claiming that roughly around 918 millibars when it hits the coast of Jamaica and enters Jamaica. So that's a category 5 or stronger. So it's coming with a lot of rains, a lot of winds, and also it's the intensity of this storm will be very pronounced when it sits over the island for 2 to 3 days. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, you got to hunker down. You should have you should be feeling the winds and rains on the far outer bands as it approaches. The closer it gets, the more intensified it will be. So it's extremely critical that you stay out of the wind, hide from the wind, because that's going to be very, very strong. And also, you got to run from the water. That means if you're in low-lying areas along the coast, you should have been out of there by now. But if you're still there, you've got to hunker down, because this is going to be absolutely intensive. So secure your most valuable documents. Make sure they're waterproof. Have your candles, all your food supplies locked away and waterproofed, and also have your contingency plans as the hours go by. Communications are going to go down. The electricity is going to go. In a lot of places have lost electricity. A lot of places have lost communication, and in many other places they're fluctuating in and out of electricity. Is coming and going. Also, the communication lines are coming and going. So these are the early stages, but it gets a lot worse. So as Hurricane Melissa approaches, it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. So, ladies and gentlemen, preserve your supplies. It's gonna be many, many days and probably weeks and maybe months before things come back to some kind of normalcy. At this point in time, there's no there's no good outlook as to what is going to happen. Dave Hawthorne, welcome to the show, and others that have been sending their messages. See you, and I'll respond to you accordingly. However, there's no good scenario regarding the outcome of this storm. This is a mega storm of immense proportions, one that we have never seen before. So it's historical. It's historic in nature. It will not be a light storm at this point in time. Wherever it goes at this point, Jamaica is going to be hit and hit hard. So be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and click that notification bell, and so that we know that you know when we come on live, and we'll be live right through the entire portion of this storm. We will be here for you. Our lines will be open. Look down below how you can contact us. I urge you to send in your videos to the WhatsApp or social media. But get in contact with us if you want to come on the show live to show us what's going on in your area. But do not do that at your own. You got to do that at your own risk. If your battery is low or you have no way to charge your device, do not contact us. Preserve your power in your devices, because you're going to need it. It's going to be many days before you can actually get some sort of normalcy where you can get a charge if you don't have power, or have a backup battery, or a battery pack, or a backup generator. So you got to be absolutely careful. Preserve the power in your devices, because it may be your lifeline. You got to understand, in conditions like this, it's very difficult to get the emergency services out to you, especially if you're going to be cut off or there's flooding. So the emergency services are going to be stretched all the way thin. So therefore, you got to have your first aid kits. You also have to make sure that you can also administer first aid in certain circumstances. Listen to get your radios, make sure you have adequate battery to listen to your emergency services and the government, what is going on, and also to the media and the meteorologists to see what's happening in and around your area. We're going to do what we can here to assist those who can't assist themselves, and for those who are have no other means, but we don't know what the communication level is going to be like. So therefore, if you need to contact us, to reach out to us to get some things done for you, we'll do what we can on our end. We are praying for each and every one at this point. And as we go along, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this, that I want to say a word of prayer. And I'd like to go to the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely the goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, do not give up your faith. God is always standing by. Always remember, pray when you're going out, pray when you're coming in. But always remember, God is in control. At this point in time, there's nothing else you can do but keep your faith. And also remember, God is in control. Do not give up your faith, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely critical that you understand that this is part of life. This is part of the process. This is a testing of the faith. And you got to hold strong. And I say, I'm praying for all my family, my two daughters down there, and Nikisha, and all my families and friends, all of you. I'm praying for you. And I'll be here and do my part as long as I can to keep the information going out there. And I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and click that notification bell so others can see what you're seeing. And you can get the updates as soon as I come on live, you will know. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. And God bless you all, especially those in Jamaica. And we say we're praying for you. I'll see you on later on today in a few hours and give you some updates of what's going on with this huge catastrophic storm. Hurricane Melissa is historical. Keep safe. God bless you all. And I'll see you at the next show, ladies and gentlemen. So please stay safe. God bless you all. And I'll see you soon. our promotions is at you.